What is up, everyone? It is that time again. We are outside the box live. We're round today,
Yeah, way
baby.
out.
So I got below me,
Yeah,
I got the Marshall mic. To the right of me, I got the GM. We got the crewman down in the corner. We're ready to rock and roll. I know we usually go 9 o'clock, but hey, we're a couple minutes early, so pretty awesome. So until we start seeing some people, I'll hold off to what I gotta say. What I gotta say. You guys know kind of what's going on. Well, you don't, but I mean I don't either. But um, I'll let them know. I'll let you know in a minute. Yep. Gotta flip that. Um, if you look on my description, if you guys looked on the what's up, we got one watcher. Cool, awesome, thank you. Okay, so for those who are just tuning in, oh, I forgot to do something.
see
Hopefully,
this is what happens when you get out there
oh,
too
nope.
early.
Yeah, I forgot to
Hi,
click on
Jason.
it. No, we're on Instagram now too. We are on Instagram, so we're good there. Okay, welcome again to Outside the Box Live, everyone. It is Saturday night. It's that time again where we all come together and give you our thoughts on everything. Um, what's up, Jason F? How you doing? Now, like I said, I'm connected to Instagram, so we got Instagram going. Also, now you guys might be wondering where FP is, where the false man is. Um, as all things adapt and grow and change. Um, the false is what's up, Venger? Wow, Venger's here. Um, false has decided to leave the show. He is going to go and pursue some other things. So I wish him the best and good luck to everything. I hope he does well with whatever he decides to do. Um, so and now normally I would be connected on live on his channel, but we're not anymore. So what also I brought in is my simple ceremonies page, and that has about 1,000 people, over 1,000 people. So welcome anybody's gonna be watching from the simple ceremonies page. So put more people that way. Um, we're also on Mike's channel, his profile. Gina got us in the back door.
Back
Is
room.
that or the back room?
Back room.
Back room. The back door sounds like yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the
The
back
back.
door is not a good place to be.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah, that's true. And the back room. Also, now normally where you would click to buy me a chili dog, if with going on with the wildfires, tragedy, California is getting some really bad. Well, you all know. Up in the left hand corner where you got it, Matt. That's what we're shooting for. Up in the corner, if you click that QR code, it will take you to a California donation website. Now, if you want to donate, that's up to you. But the link's there if you want to check out the website and take it from there. But I just want people to know they can if they want to. I went on that website. I donated a little bit of what I could. Um, so if anybody else wants to try, because I feel bad for those people in California that lost literally everything. Um, yep, Matt, we're looking to have another great show tonight, and the big thing that they're talking about. I don't know if you guys are on it. I have an account, but I really don't use it. Is TikTok.
Yep.
Now, according to what the GF told me, tonight at 8:30. I thought it was yet tomorrow, but she said tonight at 8:30, TikTok is supposed to be shut down. Now, if it's on your phone, from what I understand, like you could still go on your app on your phone, but what's up there, Steffi? Stephanie's in the house, baby. Um, you could use the app, but like you're going to be no more updates, and you can no longer download it from the Play stores. Again, I have a TikTok account. I never use it because I don't know how to use it. Because every time I go on there, I get like when the GF goes on TikTok, she'll kind of people that like she's in a community with people and things like that. When I go on TikTok, I see stupid shit. Literally. Like I'll see some dude in a stand dancing the Amish like an Amish will get dancing in a baseball stadium for like 2 minutes.
And that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
A lot of dancing on TikTok. Yeah.
I'm on TikTok, but with the cats.
So
I see stupid shit in most social media.
Yeah, true that.
So what do you if you guys out there want to talk about TikTok, we could talk about TikTok. I have an account and people started. I don't know how to. I tried to post a couple things that said, "Well, you can't because you're against the guideline." Like, so I don't. I just have to go. The GF will send me stuff that's pretty decent. I don't know. She's on the good side of TikTok. I'm on the bad side of TikTok. How you doing, Blah BLAW from the Instagram? He joined. Thanks for hanging with us tonight.
I never got on the TikTok train. I didn't even download it.
Yeah, me either.
Don't even have it on my phone. I mean, and it's the same. Some of my friends, they'll send me things on TikTok, and I'm just like, wait, I don't have TikTok. Could I even view this? Most times you could.
Well,
but
that's why the only reason why I downloaded TikTok because the GF would be like, hey, you got to look at this.
Yeah.
And when I tried to go, it said you have to have an account. So I'm like, oh, well, damn it.
Right.
What? All right. Yep. Here's my TikTok. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't have.
As you can see, it's cats.
have it, but yeah. Now they say that. They say that a lot of people with like their own brands and their own things. They say they hit it right. They make out pretty good. I don't know. It never worked for me. But yeah, it's so also with everything going on changes. I'm going to be changing next week. We'll have new merchandise, new shirts, new glasses, new everything. I just didn't have time to do it today. But no, I'm glad everybody's here again this week. It's another good week. And you guys' your thoughts. How was your week? Oh, Fred, it's Friday night. I went to Tanges.
Nice.
Outside, now the outside kind of looked like.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a different spot. I thought it was over like more towards where the smoke shop is.
Yeah.
That I thought it was in that part, and so I pull in and I'm looking. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But when I walked in, I was like, wow, I'm pretty impressed.
Oh yeah. So did you get takeout? Did you sit there and have a meal, or did you bring it home?
I sat there. I did a review. Maybe I'll put part of it up. I'll let you watch part of it.
Nice, man.
As a preview tonight at some point. Now, I'm thinking, okay, so I'm in a new place, never been there. Now, when I go to get Chinese, I'll get like beef and broccoli, General Tao's. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go outside the box on this one and out of my zone, out of my realm. Mm-hmm. So I tried the Tangs. Yep, I'm getting to that right now, Matt. Matt's like, what do you got? I'm trying. I got for an appetizer, I got the Tangs shrimp. So I'm thinking they're, like the regular normal shrimp. Well, these damn things were like daggers.
Yeah.
They gave you 5, and I like that could have been a meal alone. Did you ever eat them before? Did you ever try them?
I'm pretty sure we did. I'm thinking back. It was last spring. It was like around my parents' anniversary. we were trying to pick a restaurant. Let's go have a good. And everybody wanted Chinese, and we said, let's go there. Let's go to Tang's. So we had like, I think we were there on a Sunday. We had, like a night, and my dad ordered a whole bunch of appetizers. I think that shrimp might have been one of them. Yeah.
So it comes out. I'm like, so I'm expecting like little shrimp,
Yeah.
like normal shrimp. And it had that. It was in that fried in that tempura batter.
Yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce
Yep.
it. You're okay, Matt. I'm just trying to tell the story. And so it comes with they make their some type of homemade sauce, their tang sauce, and it was really good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm always get General Tso's chicken. I always get beef and broccoli. So the lady was very like, oh, welcome. I'm like, well, it's first time here. Oh, come on in, sit down. Like very welcoming, very open. Like, hey, come on, welcome.
She is
welcome
so great.
in.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
she's
blah.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, your Mongolian chicken, is it spicy? She's like, like a little bit. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing myself, what the hell? Let's go for it. So I ordered the Mongolian chicken. And as I'm doing that, part of the, you'll hear it in the video. You can hear that it comes out in a skillet, and you can hear the skillet still sizzling behind me. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yes.
So we brought it out, and like the pork fried rice had like all other stuff in it, like egg and like whatever else they put in it. It was really good. And that was hot as hell too. That came out perfectly hot.
Nice.
So I'm jamming into the Mongolian chicken. Now there was a couple spots where I was like, ooh, that's a little bit kick.
Oh, yeah.
But for the most part, I did not taste any really, really spicy stuff.
Nice.
I was waiting for my nose to drip, eyes to water.
Yeah.
I was taking more flavor. Now there's a couple like hot spots, but for the most part, it was not, or to me, it wasn't spicy. Now maybe somebody else might eat it and go, holy God, that's spicy. To me, it wasn't, but it was really good.
Yeah.
I definitely get it again. And
that's great, man. That's great. I'm really
every 10 minutes, I had to laugh to myself. So it was either the lady or the guy who looks like he's about 15.
Yeah.
And he comes out. Everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Would you like new soda? Sure. And like I'm like, wait, I still had some of my other glass, but no, it was great. And the price for what I got the shrimp, the Mongolian chicken, the drink. Yeah, I got to get there too, Venge. Maybe when you come in April, we'll do all review of hibachi. There's a couple good places I could take you. Everything came to like 31 or 32 bucks.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad because I mean, when you see this video, like you got like a.
Oh yeah.
It was
big
like
portion.
piled high.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So last night I came home like food coma. Literally, I was like, I could not keep my eyes open, so I crashed. And about 12:30, I'm up. So I'm like wide awake. So I'm like, well, I'll finish editing the video, so I'm done with it. Next thing I know, the GF message, she's like, I can't sleep. Yeah, welcome to my world. So, and I was wide awake, I was wide awake, wired. So I'm gonna go to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning. We're BSing on the phone till 4 o'clock in the morning. So I fall asleep till about 7 o'clock. I wake up again, wired awake, can't fall back. So I'm like, well, I didn't eat since dang. So I'm like, I'm starving. Where do I go that I've never gone before? There's a place on South Main Street across from the post office in Wilkes-Barre called Amagon's Diner. Amagon's Armagons.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Yes. Yep.
Amagon. I went there for breakfast.
Oh wow.
Walk in. Hi, hon. How you doing? And hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, so it's a little place, but it's quaint, and it's not big, but it's not little. It's average, and there's about 15 tables, give or take. So you can go in, you can relax, you can eat. So I'm like, she's like, oh, what can I get you to drink? And no, none of that coffee bullshit. I got me the large OJ and the large white moo juice, and so I'm like, all right. So I get their like version of like a egg platter, combo platter. I got 2 sunny side up eggs. They give you 2 sausage links or patties. I took the links. toast, a piece of toast, and potatoes. Well, they do peppers, onions, and scallions, and I'm like, throw the scallions in there for shits. And you got the plate was like this, and like so, and everything was delicious, hot, delicious. So I'm looking over at their counter, like where you would go pay, and they have another restaurant. Well, they have like 3 spots. They have like a restaurant bar, like a bar, restaurant, a diner, and they have a bakery. Well, they sell some of the bakery stuffs in the diner. So I'm looking, there's cannoli, there's cakes, there's powdered, like I ended up taking home 2 cannoli, which, yeah, that'll really help the diabetes. But the cannoli was like, come on, baby, let's go.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And then tonight,
what do you got there? Some Arizona tea, Arizona iced tea.
Arizona, baby.
Oh, yeah, the good stuff.
Sweet tea. So, and then tonight, after I came home, edited, put the video through editing mode to just let it run. I crashed out for a couple hours. Then I ran up to spare time. I'm like, you know what? I'm not cooking. I'll go out because I had to go to the store to get stuff for the show tonight to eat, to snack on. So that's when I went to spare time, and I got there. I'm looking at Steph, what she just wrote. So in spare time, I'm like, well, I don't want wings because I was getting wings. Because I was looking at the price of wings and going, yeah, I don't know. So I got an order of mini tacos, and I got their 6-inch or 9-inch round, and I got it. No, another word for Hawaii, and I can't remember that word.
Do they call it like a luau pizza?
Luau.
Yeah.
AKA Hawaiian style pizza.
Yeah, yeah, same combo.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was a nice it was 4 cuts, but the cuts were like this. Yeah. You make 2 cuts out of 1 cut. It's spare time would be my last meal.
Yeah. That's great, man. We discovered spare time, I don't know, a couple years ago, and sometimes I'll drive up there and I'll get a couple trays. It's always good. So,
well, it's funny because I knew it was in the bowling alley. So I walk into the bowling alley, I'm looking around, going like, where the hell is it? Not realizing the side door off to the back. So
separate entrance.
Yeah, I'm like, where the hell is it? Like, I'm walking around and I'm looking over here. I'm like, I find him said, sir, where's spare time? Oh, go through there and through that side. Oh, okay, we're good. But yeah, it was really good. Nice and thick, and they gave you a whole ton of toppings. Yeah. It's
very nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tangs kind of reminds me of Peking Chef in Dallas. I mean, I know we had the Peking Chef in the mall, in the food court for a long time.
There used to be one on Public Square too.
Yep, and there used to be one downtown. Just like good quality, like good customer service. They're real appreciative, of your business, and just really good quality food. Awesome Chinese food.
Like I walked
there was
in
actually one.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say there used to be one in the Bonton in the mall.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, there was the last bar left in the mall.
It's
that was a staple.
So who's checking us out on YouTube? Thank you. I see it on my channel so far. Thank you. I know. Let's see on Mike's channel. We got some watching on Mike's channel. Thank you.
By the way, Tang's, the Chinese restaurant we're talking about in Wilkes-Barre, is BYOB. So if anyone's local and you go to Tang's dine in, it is BYOB. Just FYI.
That's good to know. I did not know that.
Yep.
It's let's check out our Instagram. If anybody else joined on Instagram watching.
I never needed to have alcohol with a meal so bad that I would actually carry it into a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. If it's there, like even tonight, when I went spare time, knowing that we got the show tonight, I'm like, I'm not going to drink. because I'll be, then you guys would make fun of me and everybody would laugh at me more.
You made one of the cats laugh.
Probably. It's but no. So how's everybody else's week?
I was sick all week. I'm still sick.
And did you
Not
catch
as bad as
Regina?
I've been. I got up to go to work the other day and got dizzy. I got dizzy in the shower, and I almost passed out in the shower.
Oh.
Yeah. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah. I just ended my 50-hour work week on Friday. Like, I was like, I'm done. 50 hours, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm actually off for 5 days.
Nice.
And actually, I don't go back to the building with like working from home and stuff. I don't go back to the building until the 27th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and from the way I feel right now, I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
I did spend all day cooking though. I made my homemade meatballs.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's an all day event.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. I am sure it is.
Got to make gravy. I tried something new. I baked them in a toaster oven today.
Oh,
They
that's
came out.
different.
Yeah, Gina suggested this. I was like looking for a new toaster oven pan because mine's like, I don't know, incinerated. And basically, Gina had suggested this little meatloaf drainer cookie thingy, and I made them on that, and it worked out really well. And then like I just dumped them in with the sauce and let them simmer for a few hours. And it turned out really well.
Nice.
So I'll be eating that for the next few days.
What's up, Crab Tap?
I made like 3 pounds of them.
Oh, nice.
Man, that's a lot of meatballs.
Usually I'd make 5, but I decided to go with a little less.
My grandma used to make meatballs, and sometimes we reminisce and we say they were like bowling balls, because she would make these giant meatballs. They were the best.
I had to make them a little smaller to bake them in the toaster oven.
Yeah.
And I had to do like a few batches, like 40 minutes at a time. But other than that,
I just want to say,
I'm kind of like relegated to the.
Sorry. I was going to say on Facebook, I want to just give a shout out to Kathy Ann. She gives a thumbs up on Facebook. So thank you, Kathy Ann. Just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, it's funny what Fred was saying is that, like back ago, like I remember my grandmother, my grandmother. So I guess not my aunt, but I guess you consider my great aunt, my grandmother's sister. In the summer, she'd always can pickles, and whatever she used or whatever you got out of the car, you didn't get to her front door, and you could just smell this thing a mile away. And when you're kids, you're like, oh my god, like you're like gagging, but to have that now, like you like would love to go back to that point and like just to smell that one more time.
Oh yeah. My brother makes pickles, Jay. He started making homemade pickles past couple of years. I still have a mason jar in my fridge actually. He does a really good job. I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. He makes a good homemade pickle. Last year he made a batch of like spicy ones. Like he put hot seeds and hot peppers in there, so they had a little zing to them.
My oldest sister does that sometimes. Like one year she did
yeah.
It's like normal vinegar or whatever they do, and then she made another batch of like where she put like hot peppers and hot seed. Like that was like wow, it was good, but it was like wow, that was like it just wasn't hot. It was hot.
Very hot. Yeah.
Now, guys, just read if you didn't hear in the beginning of the show. If you click that QR code tonight, you're not donating a hot dog to meat this time. It will take you to the California website if you want to donate, and help the families of the fires. Click that out. Check the website. But there's a way if you want to help people of California. And Venger just made a salad. Crabtabulous, yeah. AEP rolls, yeah.
Enjoy Avenger.
I worked at AEP.
At least someone's eating healthy. I'll give you credit.
Yeah, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. You got it. Da-na-na-na.
Every time I try to make a salad, it always ends up, on a bun.
With burger meat.
Yes, and lots of cheese.
Yeah.
Yep. I hear you.
Actually, I yell at them in restaurants about that. It's like, yeah, if I wanted a salad, I'd order a salad. Just give me meat and cheese.
Yeah.
Like as far as the burger goes.
Yep.
Where is my? Oh.
Yeah, Gina and me both this week. We're running temperatures like over 100.
Man.
I was off for a chunk of this week. Sick time and everything. And then
That sucks, man. Hope you guys feel better.
led into my vacation. Oh, thank
I
you.
still have it. Not as bad. Don't
But
have the fever. But you can hear I'm still coughing. Before I had no voice.
I'm still feeling pretty awful.
I got a question for Crabtabulous. When do you go live, buddy? Because I like to check out your live. What time do you go live? So I like to check it out.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Want to see what kind of cool videos you're putting up, man.
Speaking of videos, Mike, do you have any good ones lately from the past week?
Nope. It's been quiet.
Then again, it's winter.
Yeah, that's true. I showed the GF, the one where at like 3 a.m, the lady wanted to cash in her lottery tickets.
Gina and I were just talking about that the other day.
And when you're like, no, click. She lied. She was dying. She was rolling. And I'm like, well, you're saying that he didn't know, it was like 3 a.m. He was drinking. He was feeling no pain, and nothing came to mind except for no. Slam. And it was.
Yeah, it was just like my brain just shut down. It was like, what do I even say to that? You want to cash out lottery tickets? It's just wrong on so many levels. Like, what do you do with it? It's like, no.
It's
You know what that kind of reminds me of? Don't ask me why, but when before I worked from home and I would go into an office every day, shirt and tie, looking professional. My wife and I would go to dinner maybe on a Friday night, and I can't tell you how many times I was at maybe a Chinese buffet or a restaurant or something, and everyone thinks that I work there. People always used to come up to me, maybe because I had the shirt and tie on, I don't know. And it was like, hey, do you have any more cream corn? And I'm just like, oh, I don't work here.
If that was me, if I
I'm a
would have thought
customer.
about it, if I could have thought faster, I would have been like, no, I'm sorry that
Yeah,
the other guy just got the last bowl. Sorry, or so I would have said something, but I probably wouldn't have thought fast enough to do it.
I should have played along. Yeah, I
But
know. Looking back, I should have.
I would have just been like, okay, you see that guy over there stacking plates? Yeah, sneak up behind him, grab one of his nipples and pinch them, and and ask him and see what he says.
And he would
What kind of
too.
restaurant is this?
He would.
Yeah, no, I know he would.
And if they looked at me weird, like go up behind him and pinch his nipple, what? Oh, it's an inside thing. He'll just laugh,
or just slap him in the ass and say he'll know what you're talking about.
Man,
Something.
I wish it was that. I just wish I was that quick on my feet back then.
Yeah, I
because
wouldn't be able
would
to that quick, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So then I used to take the tie off. I would like, all right, I don't want to be bothered tonight. People think I just work here. So take the tie off, leave it in the car. And then no problem. But I get that a lot.
what was funny because when I was at Tang's, they have like when you're in a Chinese, you expect them to be like all Asian, like all of Asian descent. You would assume. Well, I guess they have like drivers that are that are
Right.
American. So I see one come in thinking, okay, he's in picking up food or something. So he was like right behind the counter. I was like, oh, he works here. Like, hey, cool. Like,
Yep.
but yeah, no, that was a really. But
It's
what
a
I
good
wanted to
system.
do,
I stopped at Popeyes yesterday because I was right at Deemer's, and I walk in and every person behind the counter is Indian, like from India, Indian. I'm like, Louisiana. Yeah, that's where they come from.
Wilkes-Barre, and
Actually, Bobby Jindal was the governor of Louisiana for the longest time, and he was in
True.
descent.
True.
Down,
Forgot
Mama.
all about him. Yeah. Presidential candidate years ago, I think.
Yeah, he was the governor during Katrina.
Yep.
It's probably the only reason why I remember him.
All right, can you please get out of my way?
So you guys ready for this big snowstorm? I hear they're either calling for an inch or like 10 feet, as usual.
well, I was watching.
I'm hoping for 10 feet.
Yeah.
Not with that porch roof.
When I was watching the news just before, they said they're saying in our area. Well, Jeremy Lewan from 16 was saying in ours maybe 2 to 4. I guess the national was calling like 6 to 10, but he doesn't. He said he doesn't think he says like more like maybe 2 to 4. Watch us get 6 to 10. Like
Yeah, well, he's up in Lackawanna
Right.
County too.
like
so.
when I was out in spare time out in Dallas, it was flurrying. Like I'm like, wow, it's not supposed to start till tomorrow at 10 or 11 or I think 11 or 12. It's supposed to start. I'm like, it's snowing out here now. But when I came down to
I've seen flurries.
when I came
earlier.
down, here it was already stopped.
Really, Mama?
I got a spider on one of my cameras.
Ah,
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, spiders in the winter. I'm spinning a web right
and
now.
well,
too.
hopefully it's one of your outside cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
If it was in
Yeah,
here,
definitely.
the cats would have fun with it.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
Yeah. There's a couple other restaurants. I've never, well, no, I've been to CK's, like in that same kind of area of the Dallas Highway where Spare Time is. There's
Okay.
a Mexican place up there, CK's Cantina. Good food. I was there once or twice. And then I think Istanbul Grill is in that
Oh,
like
I love them.
I went
Yeah.
to them, not at the Dallas location, but the one on South Main Street. I went to that location.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I go to.
That was really
I gotta
good.
get there. I still haven't tried that. I wanna try it so bad. Maybe for my birthday this year. I
There
do
you go,
want to go.
Steph. Hint.
We usually go to Theo's Metro, but maybe this year we'll go to Istanbul Grill.
Well, I'm happy to report, Fred. Next Friday starts 2025 videos. All my 24 videos are up,
Nice. Can't wait.
and it was funny. And to all my new subscribers, thank you. I saw a couple recent. Thank you guys. I forget your names, but thank you. And
Same here. For my channel.
it's in our new description. I have like all of us, like everything listed. I don't know if you caught it or not, but everything's listed. What was I gonna say? Oh, a couple of weeks ago, Marcus, which I didn't see him pop in. He usually pops in at like 10 o'clock. Marcus is like a while ago, you got to make a breakfast hot dog. So I put something together, and he's like, cool. So I don't know if you saw it, but I made the Avenger 6 dog, which Avenger's like, yeah, I like it. Good name, And there's this one guy, I don't know who he is, but he keeps like, well, that's nasty. Well, don't watch it. Like he commented on like 3 of my videos, and all 3 it was something like almost like negative, like then if you don't like it, dude, don't watch it. Oh, the Avenger 6 dog, he's like, that's not a good combination. Well, then don't eat it. Don't make it. Like what the hell?
We should go back to the secret ingredient.
Oh yeah,
thing.
that was what's the, I can't.
I mean, you can always just ask him what he would suggest to put as a combination and try it.
No, I did. I think it's like, well, what do you want? What do you do? What do you eat? I said I welcome all comments. If you give me a negative comment, I'm going to give you a negative comment back. But no, I welcome all comments. Yeah. So next week it's the air fry. It's a home cooking show. I did my new dual air fryer, air fried chicken and potatoes. But I kind of overdid the potatoes. I wasn't watching. It was like this new air fryer is like really, really works really well. But Matt says I got a jar coming next September. Yes.
I'm sure he means that too, man.
That's
he's
good.
Not gonna. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got one for you.
Now again, does anybody out there like have anything against? What do you guys feel about TikTok being supposedly from what the GF told me, it's already shut down. It's supposed to shut down at 8:30 tonight Eastern Standard Time. What do people feel about TikTok? If you use TikTok, oh yeah, I know, but just like at least make it something like Greg could like.
Let's see what TikTok says for me.
Let's do a what, Gene?
I'm gonna see what TikTok says for me.
Oh, okay.
I've never even been on this thing.
Because, like I said, from what I heard, if you have the app on your phone, you could still use the app, but you're not going to get any more updates. And it's supposed to be removed from the Play stores.
It's supposed to be removed from the Play Store. I mean, I'm able to look at stuff, so.
Yeah, so if you have the app on your phone, you're still good. Like, you just no more, you can't get updates, or if you somehow delete it, you can't get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if you're able to make any new videos and post them.
Well, I think you can. You just can't, like.
Trump said he's going to.
What was that? Oh. Who said what?
I was just going to say that Trump said he was going to put a 90-day moratorium on it after the inauguration, but I don't know.
But that's 2 days away.
Right.
He, I guess during the campaign, the whole thing kind of grew on him. I mean, it's like, what's the difference? I mean, okay, so the Chinese use it to spy on, they use it for data collection or whatever. You know what? I play Pokemon Go, and it's actually public knowledge that the CIA uses Pokemon Go for data collection and like street mapping and stuff like that. They're hooked into it. So like anything and the TV in front of me spying on me. This phone
right here my laptop spying on me.
I mean, have you ever like turned on YouTube and something that you were talking about like earlier in the day, like in the room, you start getting ads for it, or you start getting video suggestions for it, or like a lot of times, you can tell a lot of times when I'm working from home because like in what I do, I don't necessarily, I'm supposed to use interpreters for different things, but I actually speak enough Spanish to get by with. So, like I'll get like video suggestions and YouTube commercials, or back before Gina got a YouTube account, like a paid account. We would get YouTube commercials in Spanish because I was, I'd be on the phone speaking Spanish to a few people during the day. So, Yeah, trust me, your
It's
devices
so.
they're hearing everything you say,
I pay the
and
$12 or whatever it is for YouTube to keep the ads off my YouTube because it's a pain in the
Yeah.
ass. But I noticed like if I'm looking at Google, like when I was before I got my air fryer, my sister's like, "Well, what do you want?" I'm like, "Well, I want this door." She's like, "Well, send me a picture of what it looks like, and I'll we'll see what happens." Well, like not even 5 minutes later, I'm on Facebook, and what pops up in an ad for the Power XL air fryers? I'm like, "Oh yeah." So
Yep. Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man.
and
It's just,
information is currency
yeah, it
in this
is.
world.
yep.
And
Yep.
now
I
It
heard
all
somebody
comes down to
say,
money.
okay,
Comes
the
down to
Chinese are
money,
hacking
money,
us
money,
to
money.
spy on us,
That,
but look at how they're hacking the ATM cards. People are hacking those. They're hacking people's food stamp cards.
yep. Yep.
well, yeah, that
Yep.
could
I
be, but I
saw that.
know I've seen in the past where people would sell their food stamps for other things.
Yeah.
And then, I don't have my food. Well, you shouldn't have done this. Um, but I was going to say something else. My train of thought. Oh crap! But it's like for a while. People on Facebook would put, "I do not give consent to." Oh, I do not give consent to Facebook using my. We got to get Fred back. Oh, there he is. There he
Sorry.
is.
Wi-Fi.
Kicked out.
Wi-Fi issues.
Let's see. There's something in the chat. Mikey, I love the retro Coke thermos. Matt likes your thermos.
It's not retro. It's seriously that old,
It's
and it's that old because I'm that old.
That's an old school Coke thermos. Everybody loves that thermos, man. What are you drinking this evening? Are you doing your flavored seltzer?
Yeah, it's in fact for the longest time that's thereby hangs a tale. SodaStream stuff is being sold at Wegmans
Hmm.
now again, and I had an old style SodaStream that took the longer cartridge, and Gina was convinced that they were not making them anymore.
The screw it cartridge.
But I guess
Couldn't
yeah,
find it.
and I was disappointed because I was actually it was
Keep going, Olin.
a gift from my mother. So, but we found them, so now I don't have to be lugging seltzer water, 4 and 5 bottles at a
No, you
time.
just have to
I could
get
make
your
my
spring water now.
yeah. I don't drink I just drink spring water exclusively. You get the BPH from the plastic, but I mean it's infinitely better than tap water in this city.
Yeah. Do you guys
like
remember back in the day when I think today now it's like Donut Connection or Curry Donut? It used to be Mr. Donut. You guys remember
yeah.
Mr. Donut?
Yeah.
So we're all big coffee drinkers in my family, my dad especially. So he had, just like the one you had, Mike, that big Coke thermos, he had a Mr. Donut thermos that he would bring to work every day. I still
Oh,
remember,
cool.
like, him leaving to go to work and he'd have his giant thermos of coffee with him.
I still have remember from A Plus the big shots.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
I got a box full of them up in my attic. Like every year they'd put one out. I'd get the new one every
Yep.
year, just because I liked them.
And he
Yeah, they're
doesn't
just
drink
cool.
coffee.
Well, these are more for cold drinks though. They weren't really for coffee.
Yeah.
They're like a thinner plastic. Like something like this. This is insulated, so you could,
Yeah.
probably put coffee in there. I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. Momo just dug her
I don't know.
nails
I don't
into my
really.
leg.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I normally I like cold drinks.
Yeah, same.
which is why Gina bought me an ice machine, because before I was just constantly running out for ice.
It's about 2 weeks ago. I signed back on the Netflix to watch Raw, Monday Night Raw. So I'm like, well, since I got Netflix now, what could I, I'm going to use it. I pay for it. I'm going to try and use it. Well, I came across.
Good luck. I said good luck.
Well, no, I came across and I forgot it was on Netflix. They had they have all the seasons. The Trailer Park Boys, and
Such a great show.
oh yeah.
Matt and I love Trailer Park Boys.
From season 10, when they actually went to Netflix to start season 10, from 10 on, it was like kind of starting to get dumb. But like seasons 1 through 9, 1 through were classic. Like, I remember the first time I was working at Arby's, and I had DirecTV, and it was the DirecTV channel that ran this Trailer Park Boys. And I come home from work one day early, and I walk in the house, and now the ex-wife, but she's watching this show, and I sit down, I'm watching it, and I hear, he hears the F-bombs, and Ricky with his F-bombs, and this and that, and I'm like, what the hell are you watching? She goes, it's the Trailer Park Boys. I'm like, what the hell's that? I'm like, is it was it? I thought she was watching Home Box Office, because we had the premiums at the time. Like, was it HBO? She goes, no, it's on this whatever channel it was. I'm like what? And they only run because they don't have commercial. Then it was 20-minute shows, but they would run 2 back to back to make it almost an hour. So I'm watching it, and I got to the point where I don't know what's going to happen next week. Then when I first started, not YouTube, but hey, I could watch videos going on YouTube. So I went on YouTube and searched it. So I'd watch ahead. At one point I had all the up until 10, I had everything downloaded, but I lost it all on a bad drive. But I got to the point where it's the Trailer Park Boys reminds me of a male soap opera for guys.
Yeah, very much.
But it's funny because they stumbled on something that was it could have just crashed and went, oh, this is stupid. But they got a cult following, and they probably made a shit ton of money. Mike Smith, who plays Bubbles in real life, he could really play the guitar. He used to be actually Alec Lyson's guitar tech at one point. He really knew Alex Lyson, and that's how he ended up on one of their episodes. Where Ricky kidnaps Alex to play it in Sunnyvale. But yeah, so I'm watching Trailer Park Boy, and I'm like, man, I remember this, and it's still you still have to laugh and be still. Yeah,
it's
never actually answered.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say we never actually answered. All right, I never answered Matt's question. First of all, thanks for the compliment on the thermos. And second of all, I'm actually sipping on a Walmart branded, the whatever their brand is.
Great value.
Great, thank you. Great value. It's a mixed berry electrolyte drink that I carbonate, and because I'm having a lot of issues with dehydration, especially with being sick. I mean, I have problems with it anyway, but my hands get all cramped up, and the one time I ate something I wasn't supposed to eat with diabetes, and this arm just went totally fetal on me.
Man.
Yeah, just locked up. And it's all because, I need a lot of water to digest something that I'm not supposed to have. So, but I mean, with being sick, the whole thing with dehydration is that's why I have a huge thermos, because, I'm just constantly dehydrated, and to the point where I actually get, muscle spasms and cramps. So I'm sorry to interrupt, and
Do you guys watch stuff like Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
I watch stuff like CSI, NCIS.
Oh, I watched that. When I had like
Yeah.
Born to be a Killer.
Those are good. They're good shows.
like when I had Xfinity, I like because I got like the shows that ran NCIS and CSI and but when I went to Astound, I mean, I love their internet speeds. It's higher than Xfinity, but their basic cable package, point blank, blows. You get like the channels you get on your antenna, maybe 2 or 3 more. That's it. You don't
See,
get.
I've been watching them on Prime.
I don't have. Well, I don't have Amazon, but I did find it on one of the Roku thing. Like, was it Roku TV or Pluto TV or one of them? I found or Fire. I found like like every season of CSI Special Victims Unit. That's what the GF always watches. And and I want to give a shout out on Instagram. That Donnie guy joined and Kristen 66619 joined. Thanks guys for hanging with us tonight. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's like Ice-T. I saw him in one movie where he rapped, and that was the movie Breaking back in the 80s. Okay. Never I don't have any of his music, never heard of it other than what was in the movie. But for his character he plays on CSI.
That's not CSI.
Yeah.
That is.
Check out
it is CSI.
I was gonna say check out the band Body Count. It's him and another guy named Ernie C. There's a band track called Cop Killa. I highly recommend it. No, I'm talking about his like actual rapping. Well, actually, this isn't even rapping. He's
like metal.
He put together a band.
Yeah.
Yeah. He put together a band called Body Count back in the '90s. They just did a reunion not too long ago, I believe.
I think they're still coming out with new music because I know like in the wake of a lot of the recent issues, societal issues like the George Floyd issue and different things, he responds by releasing new music with Body Count. A lot of that newer music is like charged by some of the more recent kind of events. So yeah, we're still going.
Oh, if you the Law and Crime Network had a very interesting. Sheena's going to remember this. He got pulled over by cops in Jersey, driving with an expired a registration that was expired for 2 years.
I saw that.
Yeah, no inspection. His driver's license was expired by a year or two.
Yeah.
And I'm on my way to the DMV.
He's like, I have like 15 cars.
Right over there.
I have like 15 cars. I'm trying to get them all insured. Follow me to the DMV. Yeah. So.
Oh God, that was hilarious. Yeah. And then if you watch the Hodge twins, Keith and Kevin, they're hilarious.
Yeah,
they are. They're like two conservative comedian. They sit and watch videos and then comment on them. And that was like the video of the week for them. Oh my God, they laid into it.
But Fred, the Conky episodes. Oh my God, that was hysterical.
That's Stephanie's favorite character. She goes, "You're never going to guess who my favorite character on Trailer Park Boys is." I'm like, it's got to be Bubbles, Mr. Leahy. No, Conky. I'm like, wow, okay, Conky.
I just saw that because I started watching again, and I saw that one last night. That episode with Conky, and Conky
so
but it's funny. It's at the end of that episode, is it Julian? I think Julian blows Conky's head off, and they throw him in the swamp, and then it's like a few seasons later, he makes his return and Bubbles finds him and puts him like. And towards the end when they were trying to run the model train with the dope across the border to the dude from Skid Row.
Sebastian Bach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Sam Losko. Sam Losko is probably my favorite. Sam the Caveman.
And I still even though he passed away, but the guy who played Phil.
Oh, Phil Collins. Oh, yeah. I love him.
Yeah, I was watching the episode where Randy's like, "I'm not doing cheeseburgers anymore," something, and Phil's like, don't talk crazy. What do you mean? Don't talk crazy about the no. Have a cheeseburger, you know. And,
Yeah.
but it's funny because the guy who plays J-Rock, they
Mhm.
actually like interviewed him like outside of character, and he's like he never like he was never a rapper or he never was in that lifestyle, but he pulled it off.
Jonathan Torrens. Yeah, he's hilarious. Oh, he's so funny. J-Rock. Love J-Rock.
But like he never rapped before so when he did that it was all like he just started and it worked.
Yep.
So. Yeah, they had J-Rock and the Rock Pile, and then Bubbles and Shit Rockers.
Yep. Yeah, great show. Really, I don't know, man. The Office is always on. I'm always watching reruns of The Office.
I never watched The Office when it was in like prime time. I always end up catching the like afterwards. Like I catch it on the rerun repeats, and it's funny. They'll show the entry. They'll show the beginning. It's like that's literally like Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's driving down the Scranton Expressway. Well, the Biden Expressway.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's going to be the Scranton Expressway.
I think so too. I know there's a lot of local interest in getting it changed back to Scranton Expressway. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, pardon Conahan.
Yeah, man. Like,
I mean,
come on, right? Like,
that's unconscionable.
Yeah, terrible.
It's
Ugh. What a shame.
They had a couple.
Yeah, and Biden app should definitely be Spruce Street again.
Spruce.
What a nightmare that is to like live there and just be like, well, is it Biden Street or is it Spruce Street? You know, I mean, because they're probably getting mail to both at this point.
It's
absolutely. I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I think they should change Heinz Field back to Heinz Field, and I'll just leave that there for any of our Pittsburgh viewers that might agree with me.
Mark's from. I didn't see Mark yet tonight. Yeah. Mark's
where's our buddy Mark to back me up on that one? Change it back to Heinz Field.
Why? What's it named now? I have no idea.
It's whatever conglomerate, whatever bank or something owns the stadium now, the Acrisure Stadium or something. I don't know. Heinz Field, Heinz Ketchup, Pittsburgh.
It's Well, thank you, Matt. Matt said, "Jay, I'm impressed with your Trailer Park Boys knowledge." Fred and I love that. Yeah. Oh, I've been watching TPB for off and on for many years, and Matt says, "Jay." Oh yeah, Matt. Okay, but it's. Anthony, like shows like that, you don't think are gonna make it, and then they end up like being cult classics. and I never realized at first until I put two and two together, which only took maybe 2 weeks. That in real life, the guy who played Jim Leahy and the girl who played Sarah, that's actually like her. That's Jim's he passed away, but her dad, like in real life, her dad. And he said the guy, Jim Dunworth itself, they said he was like a really good Canadian actor, like really. But I don't know.
Yeah, Jay, there's a video of John Dunsworth, Jim Leahy, being interviewed. It was like some Canadian TV host that interviewed him years ago, and he's nothing like Jim Leahy. He's like totally a serious actor, a very
played the part really well.
Yeah, like he's very polished. It's a nice interview, and he just talks about like what he put into that character and the madness of Jim Leahy. So yeah, great actor.
Years back, before he passed away, him and Randy, I forget his real name, they did a video, like a quick video. It was on YouTube somewhere. I'm gonna try if I can find it. They came to the Kirby Center.
Yes, they did.
And the quick video was like we're coming to Wilkes-Barre or something. You know, the typical in character Leahy and Randy, and I wish I would have went because I would have loved to meet them.
A friend of mine went. A buddy of mine was there. He said it was great, hilarious. I
So
wish I knew about it.
here's what we got coming up. Like I said, to guys that are just turning into the channel. Starting next Friday is the new 2025 videos. We got the Bari Pizza Stromboli, Sriracha's going to be coming up. So it's literally going to be playing, like, I'm just going to put them up one after the other. So we got Popeye. Oh, no, we did Popeye. The White House Diner, River Road Pizza, KJ's Pickle Barrel, Pizza Lovin' in Exeter, The Avenue. I got a calzone from Villa Pizzeria. Oh my God. Like 3 people could eat it. That's how big this damn thing was. Then of course Tangs and Amigons, and I'm putting together spare time right now. So right now I got like 14 videos ready to start rolling.
Man, you've been busy, Jay. You have been busy, man.
I have. Because I figured I'll hit a down spot so I'll have like a couple already in the mix, so I could take a week off or take but
yep.
Yeah, guys, if you like my videos, subscribe to the channel or the links in the description. Hit us up on Facebook. Really appreciate it. And I still have to laugh about Conky. Oh my, I can't get that damn doll out of my head now. I wonder if like you could if there's like on Amazon you could find like the Conky doll.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna check right now. There's got to be one.
If there was, I might. Oh, we'll see. Maybe see if we can find it first.
Might just have to get one. Yeah, Conky Puppet Trailer Park Boys, right on Amazon.
How much is it?
I mean, it comes up as a search term, but nothing.
Oh, nothing. No search.
Hang on, let me look up. Yeah, I'm gonna look elsewhere. Let's look on. We'll just Google it. Conky Puppet. Conky Puppet for sale. Well, there's one on eBay for $59.99. Wow, look at this. And it ships from Canada. Oh wow. I would pay $60 for one.
So they probably want like $40 in shipping.
Oh, but Jay, it's just a finger puppet. It's like, it's not the full. It's only a finger puppet.
I just did on Bing because my browser's set up for Bing. I just put Conky Trailer Park Boys. It says here, Conky is a ventriloquist dummy owned by Bubbles. When the boys were in grade 6, Julian and Ricky had to confiscate Conky when its personality began to overpower Bubbles. Bubbles' own telling him what to do. Oh, yeah. Conky. For sale.
Oh man, this is cool. I'm on Etsy. Where people make like custom, gifts. There's some cool Trailer Park Boys.
What up, John?
Trailer Park Boys stuff. Hey, John.
Jay, do you have any special food compilation you'll release at the end of 2025? I'm sure I will. Give it time. There'll be. I'm sure there will be something.
Oh, you got Fat Boy there, Mike. That's Xavier, our 20-pound cat.
Yeah, I got to try and find the Conky doll. Like I literally that's like gonna be. I see like you can buy like the videos, but I mean like the actual doll itself. Conky puppet. If I could find it's not like $100, I might have to buy it just because. Maybe on Etsy. Oh damn, I don't know. Finger? No, I don't want a finger puppet. I want like a puppet.
Yeah,
You're my
the real
cutie.
deal.
Oh, cutie. Oh, cutie.
Here's the complete series. No, I just want Conky.
Yeah, you know what I saw? I think it was in the news a couple days ago. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I kind of forget like what the story was, but I think it was movie memorabilia that goes up for sale at these auctions in,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, New York City, and these movie props, they go for, millions of dollars. I think it was Dorothy's slippers from The Wizard of Oz. I think her red slippers like went missing and somebody had them and then they went up for auction. Uh, but another movie prop that was going for auction was Wilson from Castaway, Tom Hanks volleyball
Oh, the
with the bloody
basketball,
handprints.
yeah, or volleyball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not sure how much
I actually like.
I think it went for like 50 grand.
Yeah,
or
something crazy. Yeah.
All right, I'll put up a little bit of this. Happy Saturday, John. Thanks for hanging in with us today. Let's see if this will work here. And this is for Steph. Let me know if you can hear it though, because I think it's showing yours. Oh, and audio. Yeah, okay. Hold on. So like 4 minutes.
There he is. There's Conky. There he is. There's Conky.
What's going on, fucking dickweeds? You have some questions for me, do you? All right, well, let's get to them. First one's from Darren Brennan. He says, "Hey, dear Conky, I have a puppet fetish, and I want to cram my fist straight up your arse." Oh, well, that's fucking great, Darren. You might want to head to the fucking psychiatrist and figure out why you want to fist me. You fucking
you.
idiot.
Bless you.
That's not normal. Going around fisting puppets. Dion Jameson. Conky, what the fuck are you doing back in the park? Well, Dion, somebody told me your mom was around here, so I came to stick my big wooden cock in her. Fuck off. Tristan Ham. Dear Conky, is it possible you'll have kids that will hate and fuck with Ricky as much as you do? Well, I probably won't have kids. Tristan, I don't know if you know how a fucking puppet works, dickhead. But you never know. I might figure out a way to crank out a fucking, a wooden kid. Okay, this one's from Terry Rand. That's a nice name, Terry. Where the fuck did you run to? Fucking idiot. He says, "Conky, you little smartass, how the fuck did you get back to the park, you little motherfucker?" Well, that's exactly how I did it. Terry, I picked your mother up at a bar, and I took her back to the park, and I fucked her. You set yourself up with that one, Terry, you fucking asshole. Ryan West. Conky, have you ever met Bobby Turcolino, and what are your thoughts on him? Yeah, I have met Bobby Turcolino. I think he's a little prick. Fucking fabric, little pussy. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. If you know where he is, you tell fucking Turcolino I'm looking for him. Pussy, little fabric pussy. Fucking fabric teeth right out of Bobby Turcolino's fucking head.
All right, what? So I don't get hit for like replaying or some shit. I'll put the rest of that. I'll put the link here in the description, and you guys can click on it if you want to check that. But yeah, that's for you, Steph.
You're welcome, Steph. Hope you enjoy it. Oh man,
So much for family friendly.
Yeah, it's classic. It
I
depends
looked
on
up
your family.
the Wilson volleyball. It's sold at auction in November of 2022, 85,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
For literally a volleyball that has like
paint on
fake
it.
blood on it and a handprint from
Yeah.
of course from
That's what I paid for my house 12 years ago, 85,000.
Hey, me too.
4 years,
Insane.
5 years ago.
Oh, you're welcome, Steph. Anything for you, buddy. You too, Matt. Yeah, back in 2002 when I bought my house in Exeter, it was about 80 grand, roughly. Me and the ex-wife paid for that house for about 80 grand.
Here, Willow.
Yeah, my mortgage is like under $600. It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, I have like all this room.
Yeah, my mortgage payments have crept up. You know how each year it's like, oh, you get that letter in the mail, like your payments will increase, not by very much, but
Mine went down.
did it? Yeah, mine just maybe it fluctuated a little bit, but the past couple of years it's kind of gone up and up.
Like, do you have a fixed or do you have a variable?
No, I think I did a fixed 15-year.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did a 30.
Yeah.
Because the joke's on them. I'm not going to live long enough to pay it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I did a 30-year fixed, and then what fluctuates on me is the insurance.
Oh yeah.
Like it. Yeah, because the insurance rates go up, they go down. This year they actually went down. So, like I was paying like I don't know, maybe like $620, $630 something. Now it's like $598.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and what's really nice, actually, this was a while ago. Jay may remember me writing about it on Facebook. My old mortgage servicer sent me a letter, and they're like, "Hey, we sent you a check for $1,500, and 2 years ago, and you never cashed it. Anything wrong?" So I'm like digging through piles of mail. It's like because a lot of times I'll just throw it in a shopping bag.
I'll look at it later and
then
forget about it.
Yeah. So I was going through one of my shopping bags of important yet innocuous looking mail.
There it was.
And yeah, there it was. I was able to cash it. Everything. It's like, oh no problems. Oh my god. So anything I get from a mortgage company now, I just instantly open. I got a couple of those. Like I every now and again, like that's one of the beauties of being a homeowner. You just get like you get you paid a little bit too much into your escrow. Here's some money back, which is always
it was unexpected, and I think that's how we come up on that subject, Mike. When I bought my K5 from Motor World, it was an off lease one owner, and then when I got into my Forte, the Forte was brand new. I got a check back, like the difference I got back from whoever I had the loan for the K5. I forget who I had it with, but I'm like, I got like $900, almost $1,000 back. I was like, hey, cool, nice. And you're welcome, Matt. That made his night. That's cool.
Years ago, when I was
I was also lucky enough to.
Go ahead, Mikey.
Thanks. Sorry. I was just going to say I was also lucky. I right before COVID hit, and I closed on my place the day before lockdown.
Oh, wow.
Back in lockdown was April Fool's Day 2020. I closed on my place like March 31st, 2020, and it was ridiculous. People were I was in a room by myself. There was like a video chat with a guy in his car, the lawyer, like the escrow lawyer.
Social distancing. Yep.
Yeah. But I managed to get. It was like the last day for it. I got My fixed rate was 3.5%, which I'm like, my place has gone up like almost doubled in value since then, and I'd really like to pull some equity out of here, but I'm not going to do it at like 8%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping our new president is going to do something. I don't, because presidents really don't have too much control over the Federal Reserve, but I'm hoping something gets done to bring down interest rates back to what they were,
Time will tell.
Yeah.
But speaking, I mean, I know we don't talk politics and here, but Monday is a very historical day. Not only is it's the inauguration day, it's also Martin Luther King Day. Still, I have to work anyway, so regardless, I'm working anyway. So I won't be watching too much stuff. I'll be at work.
Me too.
Federal holiday.
I'll be working too.
Yeah. But just throwing it out there to the chat. What do you guys think about, Monday being the inauguration day? Are you going to watch it? Are you not going to watch it? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. It is what it is. I'm working, so I won't be watching it at all. I might have it on in the back, like just for audio to listen, but I don't know if I'll actually hear it or not. Because now with AEP with all the application, I have to take calls too sometimes, so I have a headset on, so I really don't hear any background noise. But
yeah,
whatever. What do you guys think about the inauguration?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to have it on, like sort of as background, because I'm also like on and off the phone all day, and in and out of meetings and stuff virtually. But pretty much every inauguration, I've always tuned in, even when I was a kid. When Clinton was elected, and then Bush, Obama.
I started watching it for GW. That's when I actually started. Was when GW went in office.
Yep.
Actually, I voted for GW the first time.
Oh yeah. GW versus Al Gore. That was the election, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I voted for Gore.
I think the first.
Before that, I voted for Ross Perot.
That was a debacle.
No, I voted for.
I was.
Perot went against.
I was going to say.
But did Perot and GW, was that the first election, and then he ran second against?
It was Jim Carrey ran against the first.
Okay. Because I know one year I voted for GW, but another year I voted for Carrey, I think it was. But out of that whole GW Bush time, one of the best things that came out that I thought was hysterical was Jib Jab. Are you guys familiar with Jib Jab?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
Guy who voiced the Bush, character was like almost like 99% there, and it was just classic. And they tried to do it with Obama, and it was all right. They tried to do it with Trump. Like whoever did the Bush one, like they just nailed it. And
Steven Crowder does an amazing impression of Trump.
Oh yeah.
Well, on the Jib Jab.
Nah, louder with Crowder. Oh. I'm a huge fan. Where is it?
Oh, nice.
And that
is that a podcast?
Yeah, I'm a Mug Club. Yeah, I'm what's called a Mug Club member.
Nice.
He's mostly on Rumble. In fact, I believe he has a stake in the in the company. Him and Dan Bongino.
Nice.
But Steven Crowder. Well, it's he's an acquired taste. I guess you'd have to say. If you like right wing comedy, Crowder's hilarious.
Yeah, check it out.
Those memes that they have up like
oh yeah,
change my mind. Or sitting behind a table. That's Crowder.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
The guy sitting in the park with the change my mind sign. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to go to college campuses, and he would have a thing like, well, he's very Christian and very outspoken about it, and like he'll be like, "Abortion is murder. Change my mind," and they'll film it, and like somebody literally like him just having an adult discussion with somebody, not yelling, screaming, calling names, just having an adult discussion about an issue. And that's but I mean, there's always like, yeah, he turned into a meme with the change my mind thing. He doesn't really do it anymore.
I wondered where that originated. Now
But they
I
have,
know. Yeah.
yeah. If you go to Rumble, he's on YouTube too. But YouTube tends to, he's demonetized and everything on YouTube. They
Yep.
hate him.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of I don't know, podcasters, content creators, whatever, like they're all sort of, not all of them, but a lot of them seem to be moving toward Rumble or different platforms. Um,
Yeah, yeah. YouTube's very very much about censorship.
yeah, yeah.
You're actually with the Trailer Park Boys thing that you played. Probably going to see less hits for it this week because of that. Just because when YouTube gets too many like, that's why people self-censor on YouTube, because when their algorithm detects too much profanity, it automatically throttles you.
That's why I only put like half of it just because of that, but which is kind of stupid because it is. Some people find that, I find it hysterical. Like, I love to watch shit like that, and
Well, I think censorship in any form is repugnant.
Yeah.
So I'm a big, I'm a Rumble supporter. I'm like a paid member and all that stuff. I'm very much about free speech.
Yeah. Mike, do you have to pay for
So-
Rumble or is it free like YouTube?
No, it's free like YouTube. Bless you. It's free like YouTube, but if you want like ad free, just like YouTube, I think it's, I don't know, maybe $12 a month or
I'll
something.
have to
Gotcha.
check down.
And yeah, I have a Rumble membership, and I'm also Elon's ex. I do the $11 a month for the have a verified account. I'm not very active on X, but I really believe in what he's doing there.
Yeah.
So I just I pay my $11 just to support that.
Yeah.
Because again, free
Right.
speech. If you're about free speech, then I'm there with you. I'll do what I can to support it.
My finger coat on. Now it's
Jay, you're talking, but your mouth's not moving.
I know. Let's see here. I want to give you guys a little bit of a preview.
And I heard a clarinet.
Let's see.
See, they moved the inauguration to indoors because of the weather. Apparently, it's going to be like bitter cold this week. So
Yeah.
it won't be an outdoor inauguration ceremony. I guess it'll be like in the Capitol building, I guess.
I believe, yeah, I think it's going to be in the rotunda.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
Hey, there's srirachis.
Fred, your favorite place?
Srirachis.
Oh yeah, there's srirachis.
Sriracha.
Oh yeah, great place.
It's a 44.
Now,
You can hear
do
the
they
audio,
do
right?
hibachi?
Just go check it out.
Hey, what's up, guys? And here is Srirachis, which I'll show you in a minute. I got their chicken
You should turn your delay pedal off.
I don't know how.
tortilla soup. And I got the Danielle, which has it's a hot sandwich. It's capicola, turkey heads, peppers. It's a good looking sandwich, good sounding sandwich. But first, let's start with the soup. So let's show you the soup. That was very delicious.
That was good.
Okay, so I got the Danielle, hot capicola, some bruschetta, prosciutto, sharp provolone, sweet peppers, and house dressing. So, and I got this hot cup of soup. Alright, so
trying to get okay. So the soup. I'll show you the sandwich. Okay.
So for
Damn it.
let me tell you this spot.
Damn, I didn't realize that was too much of a soup. Holy crap. All right.
Oh yeah. Even smells good.
I don't know if you're able to see, but there's a flatbread. They have like a small oven. The Danielle.
Nice.
This is some kind of acid trip, right?
It was a little echoey, but really cool.
Little, yeah. I don't know how to. There was a
looked
delay.
good.
I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to stop the delay.
Sounded to me like it was your microphone was actually picking up what was going on in your
Oh,
speakers,
you know what it could have.
and then just rebroad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably did.
I think Jay, maybe if you mute yourself while you're playing, then maybe it would work. I don't know, but maybe.
I'll have to try that. Yeah, I'll have to try that. I didn't think of that. But
Yeah.
oh, I see Bell's Gam on the Instagram, hanging with us on the Instagram. How you doing, Patty Jans there? Bell's Gay, Kate Bell's Gam. But yeah, it's I'm excited for where the outside the box brand is going. So I'm going to be making new shirts and everything reflect the everything new. So yeah, I'm excited. Next week I'll be showing some merchandise that we could new merchandise. And again, everybody, thank you.
That's where the real money from the movie is.
We need to make a movie, a documentary, almost like the Trailer Park Boys.
That would be funny.
Life in the Day. That'd be interesting.
Jay, do you ever get to the Scratch Kitchen? I know you've been there. It's on River Road in Plains. I haven't been there in a while, but
It's been a while for me too.
yeah. They have this one sandwich on the menu. It's like I don't know, man. It's like Texas toast and short rib and mac and cheese. It's like, heart attack waiting to happen, but it's
That sounds amazing.
amazing. Yeah,
That sounds
so
good.
good.
I thought that was shut.
No, Scratch Kitchen's still open.
Yeah, it's the old diner across from like Taroni's hot dogs and the car wash.
Taroni's. I remember when Taroni's was on the corner of
315
in Jumper Road. Yeah.
Yeah, the little hot dog stand.
Sunday night, years ago, like in the summer, on a Sunday or even like Saturday night, my dad would have us all jump in the car and we go out to Taroni's and get the footlongers and yeah.
Yep.
Those hot dogs put a lot of kids through law school.
Right.
Taroni Law Firm and all that. Those kids. You're not going to sell hot dogs like your old man. You're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a lawyer. I don't care which, but you get to pick one.
And Taroni's is still going. They just moved to River Street. You're gonna see in an upcoming video. Said when I do my videos, I try and be 100% honest, or at least as honest as I can be. And I went to, it was called River Road Pizza and Subs. They literally opened it like 3-4 o'clock and literally closed at 7:30. I don't know how they're going to make it.
Wow.
And it was not this past Friday, but a week ago. I was driving and I'm like, oh, it's open. I'm going to go check it out. They do the what kind, like the old Ford. They do the old Ford style pizza. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Let's check it out. So I went in, and
Bread, ketchup, and American cheese.
I got their veggie. Broke down and got a veggie pizza. I just said, please do not put black olives on it. I'll have it was like peppers, onions, tomato, and I was fine with it except for I don't want black olives because I just hate black olives. I told this girl 3 times, and I'm like, I'm gonna have it for here. So I got a soda. They had waffle fries, which waffle fries really kicked ass. They were good. I haven't had waffle fries in ages, but they bring out my pizza and everything to go. I'm like, oh, I wanted to hear. I said, oh, I can eat it here. Like, oh, they just always box everything up. All right, so I have a box to take it, to go. You'll see in the video. I pop the top, and it's half black olives, half not. And I bit into this pizza. Now, I was told that Old Ford style crust was supposed to be on the crispier side.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, this crust literally could break your teeth. That's how over hard it was. And in many years, I've done these reviews since 17. This was a bad one for me anyway. And even I said it's like, and when I have a bad review, I said it's I always say it's not. I don't like it, but you might like it. So try it. But yeah, no. And then it was like around 20 after 7. The one guy's coming out, and he starts shutting the open signs off, and I'm like, oh, I thought you were open till 8. Oh no, 7:30 we're closing up. Okay, so it was 20 after 7. So by 20, almost by 7:30, I'm out in the car. See them up close, lock up, shut the lights off, and out they went. I'm like, how are you going to survive if you close at 7:30? I don't see them lasting that long. And unfortunately, I did not think it was great.
Well, I guess 7:30 is right around the time when grocery stores throw the moldy and crusty bread out. So they have to,
Yep.
They have to run out and gather up as much of that crusty old bread as they can.
But it's it was literally I was like, and I love pizza, not this one. So then Saturday night I had to redo myself, and I went to Pizza Lovin' in Exeter and got Sicilian and had a better experience there. So it's I already got this is the one I'm working on now is number 14. So I got 14 videos in already for 25. Yeah. So I really like spare time today. And I noticed it took I don't realize why I didn't notice. I halfway through I noticed that it was white. It wasn't red sauce. It was white. It wasn't red sauce. It was almost like white pizza.
Oh,
White,
okay.
and that was I was like, oh, that's different. That's pretty cool. And I'm looking where's that? I'm like, oh, it doesn't have any really sauce. It was all white because it was done up the luau. I guess that's the way they would do it for Sicilian. I said, could you do that on a round? Oh yeah, no problem. I'm like, okay, cool. And not realizing there's no red sauce on it, which it was different. It was good. I liked it.
Nice. Man, hands down, my favorite Hawaiian pie locally, Rocks 52. I know you've had it. I don't know. It's just great.
I have Hawaiian pizza. I'm tied with 2 places, Rocks and Antonio's in West Pittston. So I got a Hawaiian pizza from there, which I did do a video a while back, a couple of years ago. And Antonio's loaded that toppings. You could not see the pizza. That's how much they loaded with ham and pineapple over at Antonio's. And that was really good too. So it's Rock. It's a good, I don't know.
It's a toss-up.
It is a toss-up. And as I mentioned, and I want to say thank you for the 11 people I'm watching currently right now live. I appreciate it. And I don't know if you caught it in the beginning of the show. If you were here, up in the left-hand corner where you normally hook me up with, if you want to donate to the food cause, if you click that QR code, it will take you to the California, the website for donations for California. If you want to check it out, click that QR code. If you want to give a donation, it's up to you, but that'll take you to that website to give you more information. I know I was watching Jimmy Kimmel last night. I don't know if it was a repeat, but it was like right after the fire, and they had Steve Gutenberg. He was on there actually trying to help people save people's houses by spraying with water, and I was like, wow, Steve Gutenberg from Police Academy. And so, yeah. If you guys want to check out that website to possibly, if you want to send a donation, click the QR code. I'll take you to the California website for the Wildfire Foundation donation, however you want to call it. Yeah, that's. I didn't see Marcus. I didn't see Marcus tonight.
Yeah. No Marcus, no Mark. I don't see Susan.
No, I didn't see Susan either. Venger was here. Yeah. He's still here. Your brother's always here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I want to welcome people from this Simple Ceremonies page that might be watching, because we added that. That's a new page added to the stream this week. In case anybody's wondering where False might be, False is no longer with us. He's going to do his own thing. I wish him the best.
Okay, yeah. When you said he's no longer with us, it's like,
oh yeah, no. He decided False decided to walk away from the show. He's going to do his own thing. That's great. We all need to grow. I mean, the show will continue. And good luck to False. I wish him the best. That is one big ass mug, though. Holy shit.
Cheers.
It's a Mikey size mug. What else did a 6'7", 300-pound guy drink?
Big ass mug.
Let's give you some perspective. One of my favorite comedians, wrestlers, TV personalities, Tyrus. I don't know if he's on Fox News a lot. Tyrus is he was the former NWA champion. He just retired about a year ago. He had a run in WWE.
Tyrus,
but
I'd have to see a pair of them.
Tyrus and I are about the same. We're about the same height, about the same weight. Actually, no, I think Tyrus outweighs me. We're about the same age. And Tyrus is a huge guy. Like, if the guy outweighs me, he's a huge guy. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we're about the same height. I actually wondered when I was younger. I had back problems even then. Not to the extent I have them now, but I'm kind of glad like back then, Afa and Sika, the Samoans, they had a wrestling school out in
Yeah,
Hazleton.
I remember that.
And yeah, I was actually at one point, I was really, looking to like, you know what, I want to do that. I'm going to, take the height and size and everything, use it to my advantage, become a professional wrestler. And, sometimes I wonder, when you look, a lot of times I look at these guys and how they end up. The wrestlers we knew, Jay, when we were kids, like Jake the Snake, and,
Dallas Page.
Yeah, people who aren't Hulk Hogan, let's put it that way. People who are not Hulk Hogan, basically how they ended up, how they died, like look at Kamala. Like, he had diabetes horribly. He got screwed his entire career. Like, his title match with Hogan, I think he got paid something like $5,000 for. Where Hogan made like $1 million or something.
Look at Yokozuna. When he died, he was, I'm going to say maybe 20. He wasn't 30 yet.
I believe it.
He was young.
He died of a heart attack.
Man, I remember watching, I think it was Lex Luger. I'm pretty sure it was on a battleship. I remember my dad and I watching it. Lex Luger was challenged to pick up Yokozuna, and everybody was like, "You can't do it." You remember that, Jay?
I remember, and he did it. He picked them up.
He did it. Yeah, he picked him up.
You see Lex
He
Luger
looks
now.
like crap.
He was on an airplane, just going from traveling to another match, and one of the vertebrae in his neck basically ruptured and left him paralyzed. Like he just put his head back on a headrest on a
Just
plane.
to relax, or
Yeah, and like one of his discs literally exploded, and like he's got some use in his arms back now, but he's permanently in a wheelchair.
I seen that, and that's like he went from like all buck to like just like skin and bones.
Yeah.
Well, look at before he died, Bobby the Brain Heenan, like he lost because of he had throat cancer, and he lost so much weight. Like he, at first, I saw them. He was at a. I wasn't there, but I saw a picture. He was at a sign, like one of those Comic Cons or like whatever, one of those meet and greets. And I had to like double check. I'm like, is that Heenan? Like he just looked so bad, and you couldn't really tell it was him.
Oh my God. I saw the one time, like just like I said, how these guys end up. Like remember the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and Virgil.
Virgil.
I was picking my ex-wife. She used to work at the mall. Like at the kiosk stand. Like she always had a job at a
back
kiosk
when the
stand
mall was the mall.
And I was picking her up from work the one night, and there's Ted DiBiase right across. She's like, "Do you know who that guy is?" Like, yeah, I kind of. She's like, "Oh, why don't you go over?" He's like looking for people. I'm like,
The
"No,
$1 million,
no, I'm not going over
$1
there."
million man.
He's like looking, doing like a mall tour, signing autographs, and
I probably would have. I probably would have at least tried to shake his hand. I probably would have done that. If
I was amazed because, like, I'm a big guy, so I'm looking at him and Virgil, and they're really like average sized guys. Like, these are guys that I'm like looking. I would be like looking. I was going to say
you're probably bigger than DiBiase.
Yeah, and it's like but when you're a kid, like these guys are like, wow, they're they're like the gods, man. They're like the way maybe it's the way they shoot the TV show or whatever, but it's like they just look huge, and then you see them in person, it's like, oh, he's kind of.
I don't know
little.
if he still does this with DiBiase. Yeah, he's had an interview with somebody, and I caught it. It was like one of the wrestling on YouTube. It was on YouTube. It was like one of the I forget what it was, but they were interviewing wrestlers, and DiBiase kind of gave away the gimmick of how the gimmick worked with his character. Like Vince McMahon would give him so much money, and he'd actually have to like what's the word?
Go to a restaurant and pay everybody's tab, stuff like that. But
he had to like anything he bought, he'd have to have like a receipt for and like document like where what or for the gimmick or what, like however it was set up. But years later, I don't know if he still does it or not, but he became a preacher, and I saw him on YouTube where he was preaching, and it was in the beginning, and all of a sudden he does like the DiBiase like character, like the and he's like had to do it, but he seemed like a really like decent guy outside of character.
Yeah,
my dad and I met.
I'm sure most of them are.
My dad and I met Bob Backlund in Hershey many years ago. I think my brother was there too, Bob Backlund.
Matt, were you there? You're still watching. I know you're still watching.
He was definitely there. He was just a youngster, but he was there.
But from what I heard, like how Hogan became like how he actually like turned wrestling, he was able to figure out how to like copyright his own name and make money off it. Like not like let McMahon or WWF have all the royalties and shit. He was able to. He figured out how to do.
Trademarked it.
And The wrestling Mount Rushmore. That's interesting, Matt.
Those are some good names right there, though. Stone Cold, definitely. I love Stone Cold and Mick Foley.
Little after my time.
Uh,
Actually, Mick Foley, I would have known as like Cactus Jack. Or,
Dude love.
it was funny because after Cactus Jack left ECW and he went back, he went to WWF. Well, he was feuding with Triple H, and they're supposed, like, he was actually in his character now, like the Mankind and Dude Love. He was supposed to have Falls Count Anywhere, like almost like an ECW match with Triple H, and how they videoed it, they had all three characters on the screen at once. How they did it, which they did it really good at that for that time. So you hear the Dude Love music and you see the on the Titantron. He's like, yeah, and he's like Dude Love, and he's doing this. He's like, that's not my kind of match, baby. I'm this, and he's like, but I know who it is. So Mankind, he comes as Mankind, and so now, like, I guess Triple H didn't know this was going to happen because the look on his face, he was actually like shocked, and he's like, oh, there's one more person, and out come now Cactus Jack, and like you could tell Triple H like did not know this was going to happen because you could tell the look on it. He was like oh my God.
Yeah.
So all you see is like you hear the Cactus Jack music and the whole arena just explodes. And during it they started chanting ECW, which was funny. But I see like before Cactus Jack comes out, you see a garbage can flying, a snow shovel, and he walks out and everybody just went nuts. Like, remember back in ECW, he wrestled he wrestled on like barbed wire matches, freaking on tacks, like shit. I mean, I know you're a big guy, but holy fuck, you land on a tack, you're gonna hurt. That's gonna freaking hurt. And definitely.
And today he has a lot of health problems today.
So yeah, if there was going to be a wrestling Mount Rushmore, Foley has to be one of them.
Yeah.
And as time went on, TNA started gaining following. That Total Nonstop Action Wrestling that was actually started by Jeff Jarrett, and they're trying to bring in they're trying to recreate WCW with the Hogan, Bischoff kind of thing. And then at one point, the storyline, like Hogan would try and do something, and this quote unquote network executive would always stop him. So Hogan's after going, I want to know who this is. Get in my ring now. Out walks Mick Foley, and the place just went nuts. And Foley gets, he's like, Hulk, hit me and you'll drop me, but you'll never work in TNA again. And there's supposed to be a match between Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle's ex-wife, who married Jeff Jarrett. Well, per story, I don't think they did in real life, but it's supposed to be Kurt Angle and someone else. Well, nobody knew who the fourth person was. And Foley's like, you know what? I'm going to tell you who it is right now. Out walks China. Well, again, the whole arena just exploded, and the look on Jeff and Jeff's wife, or Kurt's ex-wife, Jess, whoever, Sheila started literally crying. You could tell that was nobody expected it. those are the I like.
Wasn't Jeff Jarrett's catchphrase for the longest time, "Don't piss me off"? He used to say, "Don't piss me off."
Yeah.
That was, oh man, good times.
Yeah,
I loved Gold Dust, who I think was Dusty Rhodes' son, I
Dustin
believe.
Rhodes. Cody Rhodes' brother, older brother, and
I loved Gold Dust because he was so freaky. He'd come out in that gold suit and the face paint, and
the long hair.
he fought. Yeah, and he fought dirty. He would blow that dust into people's eyes and blind them and stuff. He was nuts.
There was a video. I don't know if he did it in WWE or if he did it in AEW because I don't know who started AEW, but I know Cody Rhodes was one of the first wrestlers that jumped at AEW, and they showed Dustin Rhodes with the gold dust, like the hair, and he like set it on fire. But I can't remember, was it in WWF or was it in AEW? I don't remember. He was like pissed off at McMahon or something, but like he couldn't go, and like he was like he played like a really freaky ass character.
Oh yeah, so freaky.
But everybody loved him, Then they tried to make Cody, Stardust, which that didn't work.
Right.
But actually, Cody Rhodes went from WWE to Ring of Honor for a little bit, and then AEW, then back to WWE. Because I remember seeing him in AEW or in Ring of Honor. I don't even know if Ring of Honor if it's even still on. So Matt, do you watch is Ring of Honor still a thing, or is that done? That's your assignment for next week. But yeah,
Matt, you might have to phone a friend. You might have to phone your buddy. You know who? He's got a buddy who's a big WWE fan and probably would know the answer like this. Yeah. Yeah, they'll have to phone a friend.
I basically like now I don't watch it at all. I like watching the documentaries like on YouTube and stuff. There's this one guy in Scotland. His name's he calls himself Cultaholic, and he has really interesting document about all the wrestlers that I when I was like a kid
we grew up
that I thought were like basically like what happened to each of them and all that. Like I said, Kamala is about the saddest story because he barely made any money in the WWF. He'd be on the road like having to wrestle, and then in order to make up the money, he was basically pretty much losing doing that. He'd have to go out and drive tractor trailer, which was his primary source of income. He ended up diabetic, lost his legs, and eventually lost his life.
And look at Scott Hall.
He's another one. Really sad story.
Yep. But like I heard.
Sorry, man. There's a show I want you to check out. I don't know if you'd get I don't even know what channel it's on. I think it was on Vice. Like you might have the Vice channel on Roku. Maybe it's called Dark Side of the Ring. It's like a documentary. They interview.
I've seen that.
Yeah, like they interview a lot of retired.
Is it called Vice Versa? Is it called like Vice Versa? The channel?
No, it's just Vice. Like
just Vice.
Yeah, like Vice News.
I think I get it on Astound. I think I remember seeing something about Vice or Versa or something with a V. I'll have to double check.
Yeah. Check out Dark Side of the Ring.
I'll check it out. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yep.
I've seen it there.
It's
it's probably on YouTube. You're right. It's got to be.
But like Scott Hall, like he ended up, if it wasn't for Diamond Dallas Page, I think he would have died earlier. Like Diamond Dallas Page and Jake Roberts, they helped Scott Hall like try and rehab him back.
Well, Jake was a mess.
And was helped out by Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, I saw that documentary.
It was funny because a couple of years when Cody Rhodes was still in AEW, I guess he lost a match and he was literally crying about it. He was pissing and moaning about it. Well, I watched Jake Roberts and basically tells him basically freaking grow up. You lost it, big deal. Kind of like get over it kind of thing. And I don't know if that was supposed to be because Roberts was like really like ripping into him but he always have that Damien was his python, or was that a python?
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one.
Snake Roberts.
Was it a WrestleMania or was it just like a Saturday night's main event?
They always had the snake. Oh,
Where
sorry.
it was like I guess Jake against Andre, and Bobby Heenan was in Andre's corner, and I guess Andre was really like petrified of snakes, even though like Andre was like they said he really was scared of snakes, and he got tied up in the ring in the ring ropes, and Jake pulls out Damien, and they said like literally Andre almost had a heart attack because he got that scared, like. And I get the storyline like he wasn't like the snake wasn't going to touch him, but he just got so worked up he almost threw a heart attack that night. They had to like his blood pressure went through the roof and over.
Can you imagine a python or a boa trying to swallow Andre?
No. Even trying to swallow the boot of Andre, like no. Like.
I mean, like a lot of those bigger snakes. I mean, they can like they can unhinge their jaw and like swallow a crocodile or whatever. But yeah, not Andre. I don't even think you can get an anaconda to swallow Andre.
Yeah.
Let me see if I could. Andre
there's an AI virtual. Huh? I say there's an AI virtual reality thing.
Yeah.
Clackety clack, Andre the Giant versus Anaconda.
Yeah. I'm sure it could be done with AI.
Let's see. Oh, come on. Where is it? Andre wore a size 22 shoe. It says here, a regular beer can.
I wear a 15.
A regular beer can seemed to be miniaturized. So he would always when he get beer, he'd always just get it in pitchers because beer can were just too, like, it was gone. Yeah.
I actually knew a guy who he had like a home in Quebec outside of Montreal. And I knew a guy from there who drank in the same bar as Andre.
Wow.
And he would always tell me that. He would just sit there with a pitcher of beer and like literally he would drink probably like 40 or 50 of them in a night. And he wouldn't even be drunk. Just
like us polishing off a 6-pack before, back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, like his ability to handle alcohol was actually like legendary.
They tried at one point, the Big Show, Paul White. I think when he was in WCW, I think they tried to run it like he was like Andre's son or something. I think that was a storyline or something. Yeah. I don't know if he is or if he wasn't, but
yeah. That was like the big rumor at the time. It was, he's the son of Andre the Giant. He kind of played that role a little bit. Yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't come out and say he definitely was, but kind of, they made reference to it, so they ran with it. But they were interviewing Paul White. He was being interviewed, and he actually he got sued by somebody, but he won it because it was like self-defense. It was after the show, and Paul, he was actually telling the story. It was after the show. He went over to the bar just to chill, de-escalate, chill, relax, have some beers. Well, somebody was, I guess, really just pushing him or something, like really just taunting him, and I guess trying to hit or something. And I guess Paul just tried to went to just kind of slap him in the face, but just ended up breaking his jaw. I don't know if he had to pay anything, but I know they said it was kind of self because this guy was taunting him, but just the force behind Paul White's head, literally broke this dude's jaw. I'm like, first of all, I don't care if wrestling's fake or not. You see one of these people, you're not gonna fuck with them. You're not gonna mess with them. I'm not. I would taunt especially Paul White. No.
Yeah. What the hell are you thinking? I mean, that's what you get for picking a fight with the Big Show. All right. I mean, come on.
Like,
It gets interesting when you're a big man. A lot of times in my life, people have been like that, where they basically they start to mess with you just because, like, oh, if I could do this or that, everybody will respect me. Or it's like, I don't know. I've always said, and it's a really good thing for me anyway, that I'm a nonviolent person, because if I were a violent person, if I did have a temper, I would probably be sitting in jail right now, because when I was younger, I mean, I was I'm still pretty strong, but when I was
back in,
like,
back
in my
in like
20s, I
back
was
in high school.
I was absolutely, like, strength wise and everything, I was absolutely brutal. I don't know, but like I said, just a really good thing, worked out well for me, that I'm just not a violent person.
Yeah.
Uh, when I was a bouncer quite a few times in my life, I never took anything personally, from people. It's like, look, they're out having a good time. They're drunk. What they're saying or doing is making sense to them right
Tomorrow they
now.
won't, like, the next day they're not going to probably remember half of it.
Or if they do, they're going to be really ashamed of
Probably, yeah.
themselves.
Right. Yeah.
And you just take everything with a grain of salt. And you know what? I don't know. Like I said, it's worked out well for me that I don't, violence is absolutely abhorrent to me. I don't engage in it. But anyway,
Yep.
yeah. Andre actually did have a daughter.
She was on a couple, like, recently. I think I saw her on YouTube. Like, I remember seeing, maybe within the last month.
Big woman.
They either had it on Raw, where they were going over, like, talking, like, they're doing like a Legends flashback, like Andre's, or was it a picture on YouTube of Andre's daughter and like somebody else's son that were that could be wrestlers or are wrestlers, and I can't remember.
Unfortunately for his daughter, she looks just like
that's
him.
what I'm like. I was like, wow, she looks like him. Okay, Lucia and Glenn chimed in. Hello through Instagram. Hello from Bethlehem. So they're over in Bethlehem, or I'm assuming, like, they're overseas. They're
in Israel.
Lucia and Glenn, were you here? Oh, no. That's the day you were out. You were sick. Lucia and Glenn came on.
I've been sick.
It was one of the days where you couldn't, you were just, I can't do it. So Lucia and Glenn came in as a co-host just to chime in for like an hour. And they literally go, when they travel to the other side of the world. So yeah, for them to be over in, like, where'd they say, where'd she say last time they were here?
Finland. I think they were in Finland. They were in
Amsterdam. They went to they're Finland.
Yeah. They were doing a pierogi tour, like, all through Lithuania, Poland, I think.
Yeah, Poland. I remember the pierogi tour. Like,
yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, so she's chiming in through Instagram. Hello from Bethlehem. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, you wrote about Rey Mysterio. He's still active. He still wrestles. You don't see him like a lot of, like, every time, but, like, if he's not wrestling, he'll come out, like, as, like, in someone's corner. Like, they have him in they call it the Latino World Order.
Yeah.
Which actually started in ACW. The LWO. And like, if one of, like, the other guys are wrestling, like, he'll come out, like, in their corner, like, even if he's not wrestling.
Nice.
The best thing.
Yeah, we loved Rey Mysterio. We loved Eddie Guerrero, Chavo. They were the shit back then. They were awesome.
Well, I remember when Chris Benoit killed himself.
Oh yeah,
a week
man.
a week early, me and the now ex-wife were down in Virginia. We went to Gettysburg for vacation, and a week prior, WW when it was still WWF was up at the arena, and they did a thing where supposedly McMahon walked out of the arena, got in his limo, and the limo they showed where the limo blew up and nobody knew what happened.
Exploded.
But
Yeah.
after the week after, because I was in the hotel, we were in the hotel. I'm like, oh, I want to see what's on, wrestling. Where Vince McMahon actually cut storyline and came out, Chris Benoit, blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah.
he was like serious. Yeah, yeah.
He actually because for a week, I guess he hid and nobody saw Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
When this happened, he broke storyline and
Yep.
it's who was it? I just had something in my head and I lost it. Damn it. It was about back in the day of wrestling and I lost it. Shit. It happens.
Well, when you say storyline, that's actually what they call kayfabe. Kayfabe is if you're back in the locker room and somebody who's an outsider comes in, they all yell kayfabe because you can't break character in front of a civilian.
There was a couple, I think, times where something happened where actually Red did break character, and something happened and he actually did break character. One of them, I forget who it was, but it's
well, Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, on a coked up trip to a drive-through in Pennsylvania.
When I managed,
if you remember that one,
I don't remember that one, but I do remember when I was manager. I was manager over at the East End Burger King. I was training as a manager in East End Burger King. And who came through the drive-thru because he didn't wrestle that night, but he was here because his brother was wrestling over at the arena. Was Jeff Hardy came through the drive-thru and someone's like, Jeff Hardy's on drive-thru. I'm like Jeff Hardy, and I'm like, oh shit, it is Jeff Hardy.
Nice. The Hardy Boys.
Before they got all weird and crazy and shit.
Yeah,
it was funny because back in me and Mike's day, I was working at me and Gina's favorite Burger King in East End. It was a Friday night, and we weren't closed, but like half hour before we were closed, so we were starting to clean everything up and get everything ready to shut down and the lobby and shit, the dining room. And I remember a big white limo pulls up in front of the old store, and we're wondering who the heck is it? Like a wedding party? Like who? Okay, so they get out, they come in. Here it was Dana Carvey. I guess he was doing a show either at that point I don't think the ring was even built yet. Probably down at the Kirby Center. But in walks Dana Carvey and his small entourage. And you're like, oh, that's Garth. That's good. I'm like thinking the Garth cat. I'm like, no. And then actually walked up, I'm like, Dana Carvey. He's like, yeah. I'm like, shit, you're Dana. Because everybody's like, is that him? I'm like, I'm just going to ask him. No, you're not. Yeah, I am. So I come walking out, or I was actually out in the lobby, cleaning, shutting it down. I'm like, excuse me, sir, are you Dana Carvey? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I like your Wayne's World show. I shook his hand. And he got it because I guess he looked. I guess the way that was set up back then, you could kind of see, and people were like, "Is that him? Is that him?" So he probably gets that all the time, or got that, in the beginning. People are like, "Is that him? Is that him? Why is it Burger King in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania? Just get some food."
Yeah, right.
Probably because he's hungry.
Yep.
So I'm like, I'm gonna ask him. No, you're not gonna. I'm just gonna forget that because you guys So you Dana Carvey? Because these people think you are, but they're not sure. And are you? Yeah, okay. And he got a kick out of it. He laughed.
I got to drink all night at Jitterbugs with Stuttering John.
I remember you saying that from Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Jitterbugs
show.
And then he was on the Tonight Show. He was on the Tonight Show for a long time after he left Stern.
Jitterbugs.
But yeah, he's a really cool guy. Yeah, we just sat and drank all night over at Jitterbugs.
Well, they said that Crackhead Bob was actually very intelligent prior to his whatever happened. That's the rumor anyway. I don't know if it's ever true or not. But he did one too many crack hits and messed himself. But they said prior to that he was like a really intelligent guy. I don't know how true that is. Matt, that's your other side for next week. What's crackhead Bob? Not a crackhead. Prior.
Do your homework.
Yeah. But
Look at George the Animal Steel. He was actually a university professor.
that's right, he was. And
How about Sergeant Slaughter? Was he actually a drill sergeant, or was that just his shtick?
I honestly don't know. I saw him in Wildwood, New Jersey when I was about 15 years old on vacation. He was staying at the same seaside hotel as me. And it was just the kind of thing like you're like, oh my God, that's Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't know.
I just checked TikTok. They have a message up. It says, sorry, TikTok isn't available right now.
Breaking
a law
news.
banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office.
So you can't use your app.
Can't use the app.
Oh. See, I thought you were able to use the app. So you guys, breaking news outside the box live right here. You heard it.
You heard it here.
It
In the United States, and therefore, in the future, after the 20th, it will no longer be TikTok. It'll be Trump Talk.
Yeah, I just opened up.
He does have a TikTok account.
Oh yeah, he
follow
loves TikTok. That's why he wants to bring
He
it back.
invited the TikTok guy to the inauguration.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Now, is he going to show up? Who knows? But if
I hear Kevin Leary of Shark Tank fame wants to buy TikTok.
that would be
Mr. Wonderful.
he can afford it. He would be able to afford it.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, he's a bazillionaire.
I also heard Elon wants to buy it and add it to the X family of brands.
You never know. Never know. Yeah. Couple buyers out there.
Yeah, I thought
I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't use TikTok because I think it's stupid. And why I think it's stupid is because every time I open it, when I would open it, I would see like just really dumb, stupid video shit that like I'm like even like for me it's like, oh, this is stupid. But the GF was able to she had like she was part of like there was a community that she was a part of that like cause she had some health issues and I guess they had almost like the same health, so it was like almost like a
Almost like a health group.
Yeah.
Support
And,
group or yeah.
And like some people were moving like to Blue Sky and Instagram and I'm like Blue Sky's like I guess someone who before Elon Musk took over or something was one of the people that created Twitter or helped create Twitter. It's basically the same thing, but it's called Blue Sky. It's basically the sister of Twitter, or now X. I have an app for that too, but I haven't really used it. But like, so the GF would send me like during the wildfires, there was out in California, there was a guy who had like a food truck, and with the help of TikTok, he was able to rally like other food trucks to go and just start like, hey, you need something to eat, and they were just like donating all their shit to help the firefighters. So in those aspects, that's a good thing for TikTok to do. But like when I would open up TikTok, I'd see this like this Amish looking dude in a baseball stadium trying to do that whatever the hell dance or some stupid shit, and I'm like, no. And the only reason why I have TikTok, is because the GF would be like, I want you to look at this. Well, if you didn't have TikTok, you couldn't open it and see what it was. So I'm like, I guess I gotta. It's like, yeah, you have to see this. Well, I guess I gotta sign up for TikTok. So like, and she would get mad at me because she'd be like, well, what if I'm like, it's TikTok, like it's TikTok. Who cares? But not thinking on her side of it. She knew a lot of people that like help groups, like Gina was saying, and yeah, we'll see what Trump does, after Monday.
Yeah, I post it on there mainly when I get the cats, get good videos of the cats. I know a friend of mine, she owns a cat sanctuary, and she was getting like people donated stuff for her and everything. She has over 30 cats roaming her property. She takes them in, gets them vet checked and everything. And now she doesn't have access.
They say if it doesn't get turned back on, it's going to impact a lot of like businesses.
A lot of small businesses are on there.
See, I tried to get my small business up on TikTok, and I guess I didn't know what I was doing, so I never used it. So it's not, to me, I don't care if TikTok goes away or not, because I never really used it. But that's me. But they were interviewing people on like, was it Good Morning America or like the World News?
Yeah.
And they're saying that, with the help of TikTok, they were able to grow their business and create a following that people would buy their stuff if they had like a spec or something. And I mean, that's cool. And that's what I tried to do. It just didn't work.
Yeah, they had the TikTok shop.
I would get messages through my account, through my TikTok saying, join the marketplace, sell your merchandise. And I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Right.
So I got aggravated and said, hell with this. Well, guys, it's after 11. Molly's itching to go outside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not certain. Definitely not 100%.
But again, Thank you guys again, as always, for joining me tonight. I can't do the show without you guys. You guys mean the world to me. Our guys that chime in every week, and we haven't seen Susan tonight or Marcus or Mark. Hope everything's okay with them. It's everybody that watched tonight. Still, I see 7 live people on Instagram. I haven't checked Facebook yet. But again, thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you next week. Same time, same channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those who live outside of the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Like Venger lives in Texas. I'll be putting on YouTube.
Greenwich Mean Time, -5.
Guys, if you're in our area, we're supposed to get a ton of snow tomorrow. Be careful, stay safe, and we will see you next week. Remember, Matt, you got an assignment for next week, buddy. Don't you let me down. All right. Good night, guys.